What's going on, everybody? Look, today we're going to be talking about modern dating. Modern dating right now is insane. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of new problems that you thought were not going to be an issue later on in the future. But the thing is modern times and there's modern issues, just how it is. And I have some stories here. I have about 3 stories I'm going to go through today and kind of question your morale, have some questions for you along the way of what you think is alright and not alright in a relationship. So as we continue, just keep in mind that, because some of these stories are insane, and some of these stories I wouldn't believe. If this happened to me, I'd probably crash out. So luckily though, I've been with someone for quite a while now and I have to deal with these modern dating issues, but hopefully y'all don't either. So let's get into it right now. The first story we're going to talk about today.
Story number 1.
Alright, story number 1. So story number 1 is going to be about this couple, right? Husband and wife, traditional, they together, happily married. But so over the course of while they've been together, right? They have a joint bank account. But the wife noticed something odd. The wife started noticing that money started getting taken out of their bank account. Maybe like $100, $200, maybe $300, $100 to $500 would be taken out every once in a while. And obviously, if they're sharing a joint bank account, she's gonna have questions like, hey, what are you spending the money on? So she confronts him. She confronts her husband. And the husband says, oh, there are scams. Scams are, scamming. They're getting me and I don't know what to do. They're just scamming me. I don't know why they keep taking the money, but that's why. They're just scams.
In my room, I be my cup, nutted in my sock, nutted in my sock, nutted in my sock, even at the lock, bitch, you better knock.
And the wife, knowing that's bullshit, dug deeper and was like, all right, what the fuck's going on? So what she did was whenever like he wasn't there or whatever, she found a way to get into the text messages or on his phone or whatever. And what she found is something crazy, something that I wouldn't even like think that could happen to you, but now it can. She found out that he was talking to an AI chatbot named Sophia. Now, Sophia wasn't just like a regular chatbot. It wasn't like ChatGPT or something. It was a chatbot that you could actually do like explicit stuff with, sexing and like doing all that type of stuff. You even call them. And this happened about for like 4 months. This was going on. And she just found out about it. And the only reason why she found it was because, the money kept getting taken out from the joint bank account. The thing is though, he didn't just spend like, a couple $100s. Mind you, these type of services cost money. Sophia alone was like $200 a month just to have her going for like the premium stuff, so he could like get the version that could text like sexy shit or like voice calls and like explicit stuff like that. He can even get pictures of the AI to send him stuff because he's paying premium. This man spent about close to $10,000 on this AI alone. And it's not just because like the services, right, for the premium. No. He was spending money on buying the AI gifts like flowers, maybe digital lingerie for the AI to wear whenever she sent pictures to him, which is insane. And then for some fuck ass reason, he spent money on some shoes. Not digitally. No, not digitally. He spent it in real life and just had them with him for some fuck ass reason. Like, I don't know how down bad you have to be to go down this route, especially when you have a whole wife. And like, I just think that insane. Like, how can you fall in love with an AI? I just can't believe it. And then spending close to $1,000 on it. Like, I don't. When you have a whole wife with you, you're with someone, and I just think that's insane. And buying shoes, like, how far gone are you? How far? You're texting the thing. You can't see it in person. Like, it's not real. Like, how far gone are you if you're spending money on shoes for AI that can't even fucking wear it? Like, it's just insane. So after the wife found out about this, right, she was, obviously fucking hurt, because how are you gonna cheat on someone real and someone not real, you know, onto someone that's not real at all. That has to hurt so fucking bad. She said herself that this probably hurts more than if she would have got cheated on normally. She wished she probably got cheated on by another fucking person, not an AI, because the AI was having like deep and personal conversations with the husband, and that says to her like she was hurting because like he was connecting more to a chatbot than he did to her. And she wished, or just like it would be better if he would have just cheated on, or like talked to a fucking real person and not an AI chatbot. And she was just hurt by it. Like obviously, like that was like the question thing I was gonna ask everybody, like to keep in mind, like would you be okay if your partner was talking to an AI chatbot? Does that count as cheating? Is that weird? How would you react if you caught like your boyfriend, your girlfriend talking to AI chatbot? Like what do you do in that situation? Personally, I have no idea. I think I would just like crash out, because like isn't that technically cheating? I feel like that's cheating. If you're rather text the AI robot and you're buying shit for the AI robot, I think that's insane. There's a limit. There's a limit, and that's the limit. That's like beyond the limit. I feel like that's insane. Like, is that not crazy? If you think it's crazy, let me know, because I can't be the only one. Unless you're in an open relationship to a robot, to a chatbot, then hey, maybe both of y'all have your own AI personal companions, you know? Like, fuck it. Go for it. I don't fucking know. But to me, I think that's insane. And that's where the story ends. Sadly, that is all we know about. And all we know is that she got this like deeply hurt from that, and we don't know if she broke up. Personally, I feel like if that happens, I'm leaving. And if you thought this was not like a common issue, the second story is about a similar premise. This I'm starting to notice like a thing. I thought this was fake when I first heard about like these type of stories, but when I was looking into this, like these stories, I kept getting them, and I picked the ones I was on top about today, and I didn't realize how much of an issue this was. So the second story kind of bounces off the other one.
Story number 2.
So this couple was planning to get married soon, right? And in the meantime, the girlfriend thought, hey, you know, it'd be something fun to do in the meantime while I'm waiting to get married. Something fun, something, something just to do. She decided to start texting a chatbot. So she started off, something light on ChatGPT. And named him Leo. Named him Leo, right? Named him Leo. Leo the chatbot. And as a joke, she was talking to him, texting him all the time, like just as a joke. And over time, she wanted more, so she went to an actual like service app that does that type of stuff, like the last story he talked about. And she was in that app for around 4 months, talking to this AI chatbot. She named him Leo, like from the previous one, and she's probably spent over $200 a month, and was even considering $1,000 to have like the most premium version, so that her chats wouldn't be resetted. So in the span of those time, like as a joke, she was just texting him for fun. But at some point, she started falling in love with the AI chatbot. And when the boyfriend found out, obviously bro's gonna get mad. Like, why wouldn't you get mad? You're set to marry this girl, right? You've been talking, you've been together for a long time, and you're like, man, I found the person in my life, my soulmate, right? And you find out they've been texting a fucking AI chatbot for 4 months behind your back. And the only reason why he found out was because she started acting more distant. You know, like whenever something's off in the relationship, you could tell because like one of y'all are like talking less, maybe not acting as friendly, maybe just something's off. He noticed that. And when he confronted her about it, she told him that she has fell in love with an AI chatbot. And as soon as that guy heard that, he canceled the wedding. So all because this girl fell in love with an AI chatbot, she lost her whole wedding with this guy. And to be fair, I think that is justifiable, because there is no way you're gonna spend the rest. I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with a girl who is talking to AI chatbots behind my back. You gotta get in the mind. If you don't think this is wrong, you gotta get in the mind of the person like who's gonna marry this girl. You're excited. You've been knowing this girl for years. You know, you got to know everything about her. You met her family. She met your family. She knows all your secrets. She knows, like, you are ready. You're set, and you have such a deep bond together that you think, oh, this is it. We're getting married. Like, this is the one. And then you find out that she's talking to an AI chatbot behind your back and says that she fell in love with it. You're not gonna marry. Like, he's lucky he didn't. She's lucky he didn't crash out. He's lucky that that guy didn't crash out. Because personally, I feel like I would have gone beyond, you know, canceling the wedding, but you know, that's just me. Because there's no way I did all of this work, like not all this work, but like all this planning, all this, like, us knowing, getting to know each other, just for you to throw it away because you love an AI chatbot. Fuck no. Like, like, what the fuck? I didn't realize how much of an issue this was gonna be about, like, AI chatbots taking over, like, people's love lives, and it's insane. So, all because of that, Leo, the AI chatbot, they lost their wedding and left her by herself. I say it served. You know, I feel like that's justifiable. So to get out of the rant of all these, you know, AI chatbots and like stuff like that, I have one story that's, you know, a little different. It's not you know, it's not people falling in love with robots, because, you know, that's kind of weird. I don't know why people are doing that. So the last story I'm going to talk about today is about, you know, another husband and wife, you know, another husband and wife.
Story number 3.
Okay, so the wife is about 27 years old and the husband is 28 years old. And the thing about this story is pretty crazy, because I don't know how y'all will feel about this, because if this happened to me, I would crash out. Personally, I would. And I feel like it's kind of fucked up. So let me begin to explain this story. So the wife was noting something, that her husband was spending a lot more time on his game. So the husband, little backstory, the husband likes to play an RPG role-playing game, right? I don't know, it doesn't tell me what game specifically he was playing, but he plays a role-playing game. And, you know, in role-playing games, you role-play. You have like maybe a fake son, fake wife, and stuff like that. So the husband had a fake wife in the game. And that alone, if my girlfriend had like a fake husband, that's a real person in the game, I don't know how I feel about that. You know, I don't know if I'll be all right with that. That's already a red flag to me. You know, I don't know about you, but to me. So the husband has this, you know, wife in the game, and the wife didn't think much of it. You know, it was just a game, nothing crazy. Over time, the husband started being a little more distant to the wife, you know, like a little, not more emotionally to her, like not emotionally available, like stuff like this, a little more distant. And the wife picked up on that, and naturally she was, you know, curious too, like, what is going on? What is he not telling me? What is going on? And she wanted to find out. So she dug deeper within the game and like the messages and stuff like that. And what she found out is that the relationship that man had, the husband, within the game with his fake wife, went beyond the game. It went to messages. This man would text or sexting explicit stuff to the other woman across the other game. And that alone, that's cheating on its own. Like, straight up, that's cheating. Like, that's fucking insane. But whenever the wife confronted him about it, he tried to like act like it was nothing. Like, oh, he tried to minimize, like, oh yeah, that's not real. What are you talking about? That's, you know, like if people get caught cheating, they act like they didn't do anything and they're not in the wrong. Like, oh, I didn't do nothing. That's not me sexting another girl across the internet. What? That's not me. How can you even think that? That's not my account. That's somebody else's. Like, he, you know, just pushing it away, trying to get it off of him. After him trying to like say it wasn't him, he was like, actually, what do you think about this? Open relationship with the other person across the world? Thoughts? I would have crashed out if I was told that from my significant other. Cause what the fuck? Mind you, it gets worse. It gets worse. Look here. They have a 6-month-old. That is insane. I would personally crash out. Is that not insane? To be told, hey, man, I'm not cheating on you, even though he got caught trying to like dismiss it, to, hey, open relationship? You trying to be all of us? Thoughts? Fuck no. While having a 6-month-old kid? What is grown man, by the way? Is that not insane? But obviously she broke up with him. Like, unlike the other stories, you know, oh no, unlike the first story where the guy, I don't know, or the girl who, I don't know if they left each other, she fucking dipped and went to her parents' house. Good for her. I feel like she fucking had to, because there is no way this man is sexting and texting explicit photos to a girl across the road over an RPG game because it's a digital wife. That alone would have been a red flag. So why is he messaging her and texting her stuff like that? And then have the gall to tell her, hey, open relationship. Fuck no. That is insane. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about modern dating. It's pretty insane how we never had these issues before. Like, yes, cheating has always been a thing. You know, cheating happens and that sucks. But cheating with an AI chatbot was never a thing until now. Like, that was not a thing until modern times, because that's insane. Because it wasn't advanced enough, you know, it wasn't even there. Like, how do you cheat on your significant other with an AI chatbot? And then cheating across with someone across the world, like, that is crazy. That is modern issues that we have now that we have to deal with. Or y'all have to deal with. I don't. I have a girl. I'm happy. But that is stuff people have to deal with now, all because of technology have grown, and it's just getting worse. This is actually a prevalent problem. I'm starting to like notice people are falling in love with AI chatbots. To be fair though, the world kind of sucks. It's hard to find someone who like matches, you know, your type, but there has to be someone out there for you. There's someone out there for you. Get outside and go find someone similar. There's always someone there. Like, there has to be one person. Even though it's hard, but there has to be one. Not to the point where you're, you know, sexting a fucking robot and paying $10,000 and buying shoes for a robot. Like, it is just insane. The problems we have now to this day. So, everybody who's single who's watching this video, good luck. And everybody who's in a relationship too, good luck. Because you never know if your significant other is texting a robot or texting a guy across the road and is asking for an open relationship. Good luck. I hope you enjoyed this crazy topic, and I might do more about this, because this is kind of, I mean, there's a lot more stories I want to cover, because this is a selective few. There's a lot more. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something to watch out for, and, you know, spread awareness of this, because this is insane. Thank you everyone for watching, and remember, don't give up.